guys, this is the result of my paints. Going live right now. There's my mic. Sorry about earlier. I went live. Let me turn this down for a little bit. I went live earlier, but I was working on a music video that just came out for Breaking Benjamin, and I wanted to share it, but I couldn't share it to YouTube because there's like a copyright infringement notice, some crap, some blah blah blah. So it sucked. So I couldn't do that, but I definitely still wanted to share it because I want to mix up my streams and you know, show you everything what I do. You know, I want to show all the art, not just kind of, you know, be boxed in by one thing. So I wanted to do that. And let me check my messages real fast because I was supposed to stream for a bunch of people and don't want to disappoint them. Okay. Let's see. Okay, cool. So I can start now. Yeah, guys, I totally apologize. I'm like super punctual whenever I do anything, but today was just one of those weird days, I guess. Things like that. But I'm getting used to everything now, finally. I'm doing a lot of different forms of streaming too, so that's kind of what it is. So, okay, so what I'm doing now is a couple Chicago hats. And I was going to do some some Converse, but it didn't work out that way because first of all, I didn't have it all set up in time, and I would never get it set up. And I want to actually do a good video too. I want to do a good video too of a tutorial, so I want to make sure that's all set up properly. Actually, I'm doing this off camera. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm just so used to doing off camera. So I'm spraying this spray adhesive right here on the stencil or the template, whatever you want to call it. Same thing. And then I'm placing it on the hat. Actually, it's not enough. Hopefully my mic's working too correctly. I shake it and blow it when I'm doing this. That keeps this material is really sticky, the adhesive. So that adhesive assures it to the bonds it to the cloth really well. So that does that. And what I want to do, I usually have a hat too that molds around there, but I couldn't find it. One of those days, right? So I push it on there, and then I spray. And even though the stencil holds it really well with adhesive, I still kind of lightly touch it with my hand. I lightly touch with my hand, and that presses it down in the small parts. It's a little extra step I do, and it's kind of a little difficult to do this. You don't have to do this, but this is what I do. But for me, it gives more contact in the little areas if they're not perfectly sprayed down. And you can feel them, and you can see them and all that. Okay, so that's the building. That's the sock symbol. The south side, guys, man. I don't know if any of you guys from the south side. That's the real Chicago, man. It's keeping it real on the south side. And, all right, so then I'll do the buildings here. And actually what I want to have is the opposite, the negative of this. I mean the positive of this. This is the negative, but actually that'll be fine. So I have the stencil here, and usually I'll use the opposite. You can set that up right. But I'm gonna paint the background in with a light white. see the reference real fast when I'm doing this. Put my phone on silent. All right. Silence. Chicago. Okay, so it's all black and white, and it's Chicago on the top. Let's do that. Use that. That'll work for now. That'll do. So I'm going to write the word Chicago. That's good right there. And then what I'll do is I'll put in the buildings. And like I said, I usually do the other opposite template, but I have this one right now, and that'll work fine. Look at that, it looks fine. That'll do, pig. That'll do. That'll do. Do-do. All right. I like it, man. I like it a lot. All right. So I want to do the word Chicago. I want to lightly brush over it with a little stroke here and a little stroke there. Adding Chicago to the words. Chi-town. And then in the buildings, I'll add the little dots for the lights. Give it the skyline and the little lights up. I don't know if any of you guys ever been to Chicago. I like going to Chicago. I live right here. And there we go. Add the white in here. A little bit of blanco. It's always good when you add a little bit of white. So I can see. Let me lower the lid. Now kind of taper that in. And then from here, I'll give you this idea of a line down here. And from this line, I'll build it from the inside out. The inside being the brightest spot, and then tapering it to the outside. All right, then I'll go over everything in a nice white. Pretty much I'm just working with this. And you know, as you see me moving across, you know what the reason I'm doing that, I'm doing it deliberately, right? So a lot of guys don't explain that. I'm doing it because when I move, I wait for it to dry, and then I'll come over it again in the same layer in the same area again. So it's a there's a reason I'm doing it, and it's because I'm waiting for it to dry. And then I can add a brighter color on top of it. I can add more paint on top of it. I'll clean up the edges, come around here. All right. All right, Chicago. And then I have a little flare right here. Start from the middle, go out. Start from the middle, go out. There. So you notice I'm also, and I don't know if you can see this, I'm doing really fast. I am picking the paint off of the end of the airbrush. Always doing that, like every minute or two, or a couple minutes I'm doing that. It's a habit. You can't get it from, you can't not do that. I used to think when I first started out, like, oh, okay, you can just spray and just spray away. No, it's not how it works. You gotta do all these little tedious things, and that's what it takes for really precise work if you want to do work like that. And then come in with more shadows and taper that in. Pretty much you got yourself a good Chicago hat, skyline, all that stuff. So that's that one. And while that's drying, I'm going to actually prep the other one. Where's my paint at? So hey guys, thanks for joining my channel. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for subscribing, all that good stuff. I'm streaming late. This is like almost midnight, and I usually never stream this late. But the whole day was pretty crazy. I had a music video that came out that I was on the project with Breaking Benjamin and Hollywood Records, and I was sharing it. And but there's this copyright crap and copyright infringement, and you know, music, and you can't play it, and they'll ban you. So I couldn't share it to all my channels. So I'm sorry, and that sucks. And I really feel bad because I had a lot of people waiting for me that wanted to see my stream, and they couldn't see it. And I know a lot of people go to work and do all that stuff, and so can't stay up that late to watch me stream, whatever. So I want to help them out and do some good videos. So I postponed the last video I had coming out, and I'll do it tomorrow. It's a really good one. It's going to be a Brick and Morty collaboration on some shoes. So show you guys all the stuff, man, for free. No bullshit, none of that. You're gonna get it, and I'm gonna, you know, show you guys, because I really believe in that. I don't believe in hiding anything. Oh, my thing died. This is why you need Patreon, because this equipment sucks. Oh my god, it's such a pain. Okay, that's a little better. Yeah, guys, good. Alright, well, let's see. I'm gonna get it together. There we go. Alright. I need that anyway. Alright, so I can do this now. I used to do so many hats. I don't do too many hats anymore, actually. So my equipment for them all is stored away somewhere. I have to find it. Okay. Back to the show. All right. Here we go. This is another one of the South Side ones. Oh, actually, no, North Side. This is Cubs. It's Cubs logo. So what I'm going to do is just get the general idea of where I want the design to be. So I have like a white in here. Just to dry it. Blow dry it really good. Try it again. All right. So I just want to get white in there so it dries, and then I'll blow dry it. All right, and then I'll come in with black. I'll set this back here really fast. And then I'll get the stencil template, turn it around, shake it up really good, shake up this bottle. It's really important because it mixes all the glue with the aerosol, so it's nice and sticky. It's not just watery. And this is the outline. All right, and then I add some red in there. This is Cubs logo, and you need red. I'm using a Wicked Red by Createx, so if you guys wanted to try any of the Createx paints, I love them, they're really good. They're in the description below. And they're in the description section and all that stuff. But adding red here, saturating it, moving over. So moving from part to part, making sure that it's dry. All right. All right, so now I want to add some blue. And what I'm going to do is use, where is it at? Where's it at? The blue. Where are you, blue? Blue 32, like, come on. Here is a, the focus in. Blue I use. But I lied, that's not the blue, it's another blue. It's a darker, deeper blue, I can't find it though. I'm a liar, I don't know why I used that. I might use it now though. Where's it at? Here it goes, okay, no I'm not. Wham, found it. Shake it up. Shake it up real good. So I'm painting in the color, and I'm always moving. If you notice that, I never really stay in a spot. And that what's happening is it's laying down high, well, this is high pressure actually, but if it's slow mode, it's laying down small bits of paint. And little layers on here. Cool. And then this is the Chicago flag. Wham. Actually, I need to have a close-up like this while I'm doing it, right? Yeah, I do. I need to bring the camera over here. Well, let's finish it real fast. So I'm doing the mask, finishing that real fast. With a black hat, black shirt, black anything, right? You gotta saturate the color really good, and you have to dry it all the time. That's good like that. I want to bring back these white kind of, where's it at? Ta-da! Stencils. All right. Bam. There you go. So I'm bringing back these white kind of stars for the Chicago flag in his the kind of like the thing he has on his face. What's it called? And whoop, I'm forgetting. I was gonna say napkin. No. His mask. Say that. Bandana. That's the word. And then I'm coming in with the eyes, bringing them back. Shaking up. Sometimes I shake up my bottles inside the gun when it's like on the bottom feeds. And then I come in with that. Apparently, everything crashed. Okay, and then add the buildings. What's there? The buildings. Where are you buildings? Hello. Oh, there you go. All right. All right. I kind of stagger them in the background. Outline it again. All right, so there. I just want to check the reference to make sure I get it like I'm supposed to. So it's blue in the background and some, okay, I can do that. I can do this. Where's my gun? Where's my hose? Where are you now? There you go. Don't ever leave me, hose. I'm the best friends with you forever. All right. That's good, that's good. I'm gonna draw the blue in here. So I added white, and if I step back from it a little bit and lightly mist on the blue, it'll turn it not such a deep blue, but it'll be a brighter blue. But if you added the blue right on there, see how this cub is right there, and it'll be darker. See right here with the white? Now come in with the red. Okay. Little dots for the buildings. Coming in here with the Laguna Blue. My bad, I was concentrating, I wasn't narrating. Coming with the Laguna Blue, and then I am adding some more blue around here. And what this does is really mix up the blues to give it more depth, so it's not so like boring. I hate boring stuff, so don't be boring. Be you, man. I'm outlining it real fast. Clean up the lines really nice. All right. So then the last thing, like I said, I just want to touch up this white. It's really important that this gets touched up really well. Going over it again, over it a bunch of times. That's cool, man. I think that's good. All right, I appreciate it following. I'm gonna finish this stuff because I gotta get it done, and then I'll stream again tomorrow for sure. All right, talk to you guys later. Appreciate it for following. All that stuff, guys. You guys are great. So I'm gonna finish up. All right.